So in today's reaction, we are back on Nuke's Top 5, Top 10. That's what I'm going to call him from now on because they all seem to be 10. 10 scary videos that I dare you to watch alone. It's a dare. Let's check it out. Okay, they're daring me to do it. I never pass up on a challenge. Let's go.
A man from Medellin, Colombia is horrified when his cat starts behaving very strangely and appears to see something that he can't see.
Nieves, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué ves?
Oh.
Oye, Nieves. Psst, psst, psst. Nieves. Marica se quedó congelada, huevón, vea.
Look how he's saying it. Okay.
Psst, psst, psst. Nieves. Marica se quedó congelada, huevón, vea. ¿Qué putas, vea? Nieves. Marica.
That's a stuffed animal.
Nieves, ¿qué miras? Nieves. Dios mío, parece un... Nieves.
Oh, it's eye
Nieves,
moved.
oye, ¿qué estás viendo?
Oh, okay.
Nieves.
For a second, I thought that's his pet cat that he's had stuffed from years ago when it died because it was proper stony face and not moving. It's only when he stroked in his eye moved. Okay, okay. Okay, that's the skeptic side of me trying to find a fault.
Nieves. Nieves, oye, ¿qué estás viendo? Nieves, nena. ¿Qué ves, Nieves? Parece una estatua. ¿Qué pasó?
It's okay now.
¿Qué estabas viendo, nena? ¿Por qué me asustas así?
It's weird there, isn't it?
Ya. ¿Qué pasó, mi niña? ¿Qué pasó? Hey.
That cat's not happy.
Oh! What? ¿Qué pasó?
The cat is completely frozen and refuses to move, intently staring at something in the opposite room. The man nudges the cat, pets the cat, and even shakes her.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what? If I was that cat, I'd take a swipe at him as well. I mean, for putting that jumper, that sweatshirt on me. Look at the state of it. Come on. Why would you wear that? Why would anybody wear that? I think that cat saw a cucumber because they're scared of him, aren't they?
The opposite room. The man nudges the cat, pets the cat, and even shakes her. But nothing will divert its intense stare. The cat, who is usually very affectionate, then becomes aggressive and just scratches him. The video has been shared and reposted to the internet countless times, and of course, without a source.
Right, okay.
Many concerned viewers believe the cat saw a spirit or an entity, and some say that they too see a shadow-like figure staring back at her.
Yeah, I did catch that, but I mean...
Did you see it? Let me know down in the comments. Hi, Joe.
But was that really a shadow, or was that like editing? Because it's easy to do that and edit and like blur something. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't want one of those. Them vest tops. That's probably why no one's give a source to the internet when they've uploaded it, because they're not admitting to buying that vest top for the cat.
Did you see it? Let me know down in the comments. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Reddit user
Let's go.
Kimberly can't fall asleep one night and decides to get up for a late night snack at 1:30 a.m. Except for her boyfriend and her female roommate Jackie, who are fast asleep in bed, no one else is in the house.
Okay.
So what happens next, understandably, scares the living shit out of her.
Hey, Nukes, what? Do you know what, Chris? When you said carrot, then I thought I automatically thought the fridge, not the carrot one, the fridge one. But yeah, I see what you did there. If you've not know what I'm talking about, there's a horror short on my channel called The Fridge. You need to watch it because it's just, well, I'll just leave it for you to watch. Oh, The Diet as well. The two of them. Them two shorts.
Scares the living shit out of her.
Oh, Jesus!
What? What was it? She's eating Cheerios.
Jackie? Hi. I'm gonna go back to the
No, that's staged. Not having that one. Okay, so what actually scared her?
Kimberly jumps when a loud female voice can be heard saying, "Hi," from the doorway right behind her.
Oh, Jesus!
Confused by the sound, Kimberly gets up, half expecting her roommate Jackie to be standing there in the doorway. But
I could recreate
there's
this.
no one there.
I could recreate
Even
this.
stranger, Kimberly has two small dogs who will usually come running when they hear the rustling of food containers. But the little dogs stay far away and even seem a bit skittish. Kimberly says that her female roommate Jackie was fast asleep at the time and that they have no Siri or Alexa app or other device that could have made the sound. Now, I have to say that Kimberly's frightened response is one of the most authentic reactions I've ever seen. She looks freaked out.
Oh, Jesus!
Toy Story.
But it could be easily staged, that, couldn't it? I mean, I could sit here in a room, turn the lights off, put a camera in corner and go, "Oh, shit!" And then go back to my video editor and go, "Hi." Do you know what I mean? And add it and put a little bit of an echo on it and make it sound haunting. I'm unsure on that one. I'm unsure. Right, okay, so Toy Story. Woody and Buzz, let's go.
We were messing around with my little sister's camera, and we just found something, like...
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's a normal Tuesday in October, around 6 p.m., when a young girl takes out her camera to record her new toy collection and talk about her day.
Ah, yes.
What happened?
This is the Skibbity Toilet video, because we saw this on Bizarre Bub. But for those of you who've not seen it, have a watch of this. This is quite creepy, to be honest.
Happens next is downright chilling.
It is.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Skibbity Toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a toy store and they had all of these things like this cameraman, these tiny little action figures, this big Skibbity toilet, and these ones. And then
Ooh.
I saw my friend the other day and we went on a walk. And we also got ice cream that day, and I'm having a lot of fun.
That's creepy as hell. See now, kids are not that good actor unless they've been trained actors, and that really, really did look like the face of a kid who was scared to death. Like there was a lot of fear in her eyes, and like frozen. Do you know what I mean? That to me looked very, very authentic. But there's a bit more yet.
The little girl looks up and seems frozen in fear as she stares at something that we can't see. She stares motionless for over 20 seconds and then gets up and hurries out of the room. The camera continues to record and captures something that seems to follow her. Later, the little girl's older sister, Charity Lewis, is looking through the camera's footage and finds this strange recording completely by accident. Charity shares the clip on Instagram and says that before viewing this video, she had no idea that her little sister had experienced anything strange.
Don't tell nobody.
To this day, the recording remains a mystery. We need scary video.
Ooh, see, I mean, that one, I remember seeing when I first saw that, I was like, that looks pretty authentic. And it was I think it was my favourite one, on the Bizarre one that we watched. But I mean, that kid really, really did look scared to death. Really, really scared to death.
So if you see a video online that you think is creepy, send it to nukestop5@gmail.com. On the road. Two men are driving home late at night in Pahang, Malaysia, when something happens that nearly runs them right off the road.
Whoa! That made me jump a little bit.
The driver manages to dodge the creepy stranger.
Oh, it stood like that. Like a zombie, like Walking Dead, with its head bent at side. Have a look at that.
The driver manages to...
Look, his head's on sideways. Like someone's hit it with Lucille.
The driver manages to dodge the creepy stranger, but the two guys have no idea who would be out walking in the middle of the road at 1:41 in the morning.
Zombies.
When they review the footage, they are shocked to see that the figure appears to be pale and translucent and seems to disappear as they drive past. The two men start to wonder if they might have had an encounter with a sinister paranormal entity, maybe a spirit trying to make them crash.
Yeah.
But is it a ghost or just some strange person in the road at 2 a.m.?
I mean, if it was a ghost who was trying to make him crash, wouldn't he be stood in the middle of the road and not walking like a small pathway? You know what I mean?
I leave that up to you. Strangers?
I think that looked pretty good as well. I mean, I like it when I can't sit there and say, I can explain that, because it was very, very translucent as the car went past. So, you know, that I like seeing stuff like that I can't explain. Bye, Tori. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your editing. Right, Strangers in the Woods.
In the woods. Stealth camper Sam from the YouTube channel The Northwest Wind frequently sets up camp in public and somewhat odd places, like Walmart, a public bathroom, a cemetery, and even behind his neighbor's shed. On one of Sam's stealth camping trips,
I'm going to have to watch this guy. It's because, like, stealth camping when nobody knows you're there. That's also kind of a little bit creepy, isn't it? As in, like, what happens if he's behind your shed or behind your car? What happens if he's behind your car and you get in the morning, you reverse over his tent while he's in it? Okay, I'm going to watch this guy.
And even behind his neighbor's shed. On one of Sam's stealth camping trips, he decides to set up camp for the night in a wooded park just outside of Cleveland, Ohio. After setting up his tent for the night in the cold January temperatures, Sam starts to get a bit worried about his decision to stay there.
I don't know why, I'm just spooked. I haven't been saying that, but I've been spooked since I got here.
I think I've seen this one.
I keep feeling like somebody's watching me.
I didn't realize he was a stealth camper because it didn't say on the last video we saw this on that it was a stealth camper. This was just a guy in the woods on Bizarre Bob, I think.
And then seeing that person. I know it's a public park, but still.
Then, as night falls, Sam's concerns turn into a real-life nightmare.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
Oh, it's not the same one I thought. Oh, no way.
They're getting closer, hang on. Hang on.
Grab us something to hit him with.
They're really close now, they're like... Listen.
Hello?
I've just read Chris W's comment. It's just Mr. Ballon looking for a story. Well played, sir. Well played.
They're really close now, they're like... Listen.
Hello? Hello?
While sitting in the dark, Sam hears two people walking around outside his tent, and they're getting closer and closer.
Wow.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent.
Wow.
Hello? Alright, I'm getting the f*** out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f*** this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello?
Is it not animals?
Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? Say something.
What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? Okay.
I have a knife. Where's my knife? Say something. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! Alright, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone! They went over that way. I can't see them now.
Go
I know you're there. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me and pulled the fly off while I was still in there. It smells like someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette. All right, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here. I'll come back for this crap later. Grab my phone.
Come back later.
Stay away from me!
I'll come back for my crap later, which means I couldn't find my knife. My knife's still in there. Okay.
Crap later. Grab my phone. I'm gonna call. Stay away from me! They're coming behind me. I don't know what they're doing. They could just be around. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going.
Scary
They're
for
at
different
my
reasons, this.
campsite. I see them. I see you reflecting off my tent. Leave my alone! All right, I'm getting out of here.
Wow.
One of them's following me. One of them's... Okay, here's the trail of some kind.
Oh, wow.
I just ate. I'm soaked. I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone!
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, it's tense, this, isn't it?
I'm about 5 minutes from the car now, but I'm in the big clearing off the path. I have the high ground, so to speak. I can see everything from behind me. I don't see anybody anymore. Can't hear anybody. If they were coming, I could see them for a ways now. Right at the edge of the wood line. It's about 150 yards away. Hang on. You see that?
Oh, look at that.
I see you! I can see you! Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the I don't know if they're like after me or something, or what the
Run, Forrest!
We're getting the It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. Oh, I don't like this.
Hey, I like this
I'm calling the police! Okay. All right, we're getting out of here.
He already knows you're full of crap, though, mate, because you said you was going to get a knife, then you couldn't find it. Now you're going to call the police. I bet you don't.
Police! Okay. All right, we're getting out of here. All right.
Wow.
Lock my doors. What the fuck? What the f?
Sam attempts to communicate and even yells at the creepy strangers in the woods, but whoever it is doesn't say anything. Understandably, Sam is freaked out by the whole situation. Eventually, he just makes a run for it, leaving his camping gear behind. Luckily, Sam makes it back to his car safely. The next day, Sam returns to find his tent and belongings still there in the park. Nothing has been stolen or vandalized, making the whole ordeal even more suspicious and truly disturbing. You can watch this entire creepy video over on the YouTube channel,
Hey, I like
Northwest
that one.
Wind.
I haven't seen that one. I thought it was one we've seen.
Siren.
I tell you what, though, even though it was possibly people and not like anything ghostly or something, or it could have been animals, though, couldn't it? It was still scary and tense in the fact that this could have just happened to anybody. Do you know what I mean? In the middle of the woods, he's on his own. And then, but the funny irony is about that story is the fact that he's a stealth camper and he got found. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Next
video
one's
over
called
on the YouTube channel, The Northwest Wind.
Siren. Okay.
Megan Ann is on vacation in St. Petersburg, Florida, when she decides to do some late night fishing with a friend and record it for social media.
Okay.
But things start to get a little spooky.
I was out here fishing and sirens came from this island. I swear to God, I have it on video. I'm gonna play it shortly. Did you catch that, guys? Okay. For real though, my cast is gonna be gone. And use nothing on your hook. I have a worm.
What's that?
Guys, do you hear this?
Have I seen this one?
Okay, what, you can explain that. That's what was fucking hungry. I don't know what else I could have done. What is how monkey? Stop, there's no monkeys here. And we're the only ones out here witnessing this in the entire world right now. There's no way.
Megan and her friend both hear bizarre screeching coming from somewhere out in the ocean. Megan thinks that she might have caught evidence of the existence of sirens, mythical creatures that lure their victims into the water to drown them. But her friend seems to think it's a monkey.
Okay, what, you can explain that.
Monkey!
I don't know what else I could have done. Stop, there's no monkeys here.
Now, I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not a monkey in the ocean. But what do you think it is? Let me know down in the comments. A birthday surprise.
It could be anything, that, couldn't it? You don't know what wildlife in the sea actually noises they make. Do you know what I mean? I mean, whales have a certain sound, but anything else could make some sort of like echolocation type noises in the sea. But I mean, there was nothing much there really to just suggest it was like creepy or nah. I'm not having that one. Yeah, a birthday surprise. Oh, hang on. If this is the kid, we've seen it. Sat at the table.
Surprise. In this next clip, a family is celebrating their grandmother's birthday, recording a video as she's about to blow out the candle on her cake. But then, this happens.
Oh, we've seen this one. Bizarre Bub. Look good, that.
A bizarre shadow-like figure seems to run behind the elderly woman at an inhumanly fast speed.
I think last time I seen this, I'm sure.
Bizarre shadow-like figure.
I went, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. That speed. If you play it back and go, do-do, 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 do, you know, you'd say, oh, Sonic's in the house.
A bizarre shadow-like figure seems to run behind the elderly woman at an inhumanly fast speed.
Did sprint bolts.
Unfortunately, the video was reposted to the internet without a source. But many concerned viewers believe the family captured a paranormal presence. Perhaps even a deceased family member watching over them as they celebrate. But what do you think this is?
I mean,
let me know.
It's got to be a quick family member and have really, really eagle eyes to see someone at that speed watching over him, really, innit? What do you reckon? Do you reckon someone just like run past and they edited it in? Because if you look back, it's...
But?
Oh no, I was going to say, if the grandma's arm wasn't over the seat, you could edit that by doing a still and get someone to run past dead quick and turn it translucent with the video editor. but her arm's overhanging and it still goes past.
What do you think this is? Let me know.
Hang on a minute.
Instinct. What do you think this is? Her watching over
Need to
them
catch
as
the
they
right frame.
celebrate. But what do you think this is?
Whatever that is not there because it sort of disappears. You see the curtain or something or whatever it is at the back. There's a frame. I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see what I'm pointing at. If you look to the side of the chair, the cream line of the frame of whatever that wardrobe thing is, it's half of it doesn't go through it. I think that's video editing.
Remember watching over them as they celebrate. But what do you think this is? Let me know.
Video editing.
Animal instinct. Whitney works with horses at a large stable in Minnesota.
Okay.
She says that she's been experiencing odd and unexplained events at the stables for a long time and believes that the property might be haunted by some kind of presence. One day, Whitney is outside taking the horses back to the barn when she notices that the animals are behaving very strangely, seemingly spooked by something in the field.
Okay.
Come on! No! What the f? You better get him going then. Let's go! Casey! What the f are you guys staring at? I'm stuck here by myself.
That's herd mentality, that. There once one when they all do it, don't they?
What's that noise? What's that?
While following the horses, Whitney hears a bizarre sound coming from somewhere nearby, almost like someone moaning.
Is that not her moaning?
And then the horses get spooked again.
What the f?
What?
Nope.
At first, Whitney is confused because the horses seem terrified and make a run for it. But then, she hears loud, unexplained banging coming from an empty grain silo nearby. Whitney is freaked out, and she just nopes her way right out of there.
Nope.
Nope.
The night visitor.
Nope. Too many noises coming out of that grain silo for me. I don't know. If one horse gets spooked, they all run together because they have horses have a herd mentality, don't they? If one runs, they all run. You know, it's like a pack. So, nah. The night visitor. Right, okay.
Diane from Ventura County, California has a YouTube channel about growing and preserving food called Diane the Canning Nana.
Okay.
Now, she has never posted anything on her channel that is remotely related to the paranormal. But one morning around 2 a.m., Diane gets a motion alert on her security camera. When she checks the footage, she finds something truly creepy.
Okay. Okay.
While everyone is fast asleep just after 2 a.m., the apparition of what Diane believes to be an older woman with long hair can be seen walking through her living room. Even Diane's cat can be seen in the background, fearfully looking towards the strange figure. Now, Diane says that she has felt a presence.
Maybe it's the cat from the very first video, and that's what really happened. That was an alternate view. All joking aside, I mean, that could be somebody sleepwalking, couldn't it? It could be, couldn't it? The cat seems to not be dead spooked. She seems to like, look, and say like, well, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Looking towards the strange figure. Now, Diane says that she has felt a presence in her home for months, but this is the only time that she was able to capture it on camera. But it gets even creepier. because when the footage is brightened, we see that whoever or whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air. Again, Diane has never posted anything paranormal other than this one video.
All through a door?
Hidden.
I don't
Popular
know. I mean, it looked good. It looked good. It could just be someone sleepwalking. That where it disappeared looks like a dark, like it's a doorway. You know what I mean? The door's open, and someone could just walked into the kitchen sleepwalking or something. I don't know. On the fence.
On video.
On the fence with that one.
Hidden. Popular Japanese ghost hunters Tomo and Hiro from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film set out to investigate an old house in Agui, Japan. It is said that the house is haunted by the spirit of a young child. The two investigators are exploring the house when they find a hidden corridor.
見てほら、通路。うわー。開けるよ。うわ、開けていいのかな。まあ、しょうがないね。まあ、行くしかない。ちょっと待って、なんかちょっと臭いかも。マジ？やばい、引っかかってる。うわ、どう？わかる。確かに。変な部屋。何これ？何この空間？やば。あ、マナーまでもこれ。ああ。開けるよ。うわうわうわうわうわ。いや、何これ？
It looks like some sort of hospital.
なんだこれ？
Whoa! That made me jump! What? What? Look! Somebody wearing a COVID mask. That could be staged though, couldn't it?
なんだこれ？ペットってことだよね、でもね。いや、おかしくない？何これ？確かに病院とかで病院じゃん、使ってるやつ。病室だよね。待って、子供部屋やん、ここ。マジ？子供部屋だよ。ああ。見て。
Okay.
ほら、あ、人形。うわ。
The hidden corridor leads to what appears to be a room where a sick child was kept. But, did you see it?
I did.
As Tomo and Hiro enter the creepy hidden room, someone can be seen peeking out from behind a curtain and then quickly ducking back out of sight. The two investigators have no idea what they just captured and just continue on with their investigation. Hiro decides to stay inside the house alone to see if the ghost that is said to haunt the property.
They always do it, these two. They always split up, don't they? You know what I mean? And I think these are the same people that didn't he stay in the house for 7 days? And then one of them was like just smiling at the camera in his sleep. It's like got up and stood near the wardrobe and there was like a spirit behind him. I think that was these guys.
Hiro decides to stay inside the house alone to see if the ghost that is said to haunt the property will make an appearance. After setting up his phone as a static camera in the other room, he sits alone in the house for 30 minutes. Despite a few strange noises, nothing really happens.
Right.
But then Hiro goes to check his static camera.
Okay. The noise made me jump then.
Mysteriously, Hiro's phone has been knocked over and is no longer recording.
Right.
When they review the phone's footage later, The Omagatoki team is shocked by what the phone
What do you reckon? Do you reckon it just falls over? Do you reckon a big hand or something comes out? Or that little girl with the COVID mask comes out? What do you reckon? Kind of looks a bit like that white COVID mask that he's wearing.
camera captured. There's an ominous sound and a bizarre face.
Ooh. Oh, yeah? He's took a mask off. Hey, it's creepy, this one.
A pale face appears right at the moment that the camera is knocked over.
Like the ring.
After reviewing their footage, Tomo and Hiro now believe that the old house is indeed haunted by some unknown entity. You can watch this entire creepy investigation over on the YouTube channel, Omagatoki Film. Thanks for watching, so follow me on social media for extra.
I did like that one. I mean, I don't know if it's real or not, but I really, really enjoyed the concept. I mean, I like the films like The Ring and The Grudge and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it remind these Onogatagi, whatever they call brothers do, or people do, they always seem to capture something that looks like something off The Ring, which I do like. I do like looking at things like this and watching them. But I mean, as far as it being real, I'm not so sure. It wasn't blatantly obviously it was real, and it did look very, very good. And it could have passed for like one of them horror movies where they use like the point of view of the cameraman. You know what I mean? Like the Blair Witch type thing, where they're passing the camera around, or like Paranormal Activity and stuff like that. But yeah, enjoyed that. That was really, really good. Anyway, what did you guys think of this reaction? Let me know in the comments. If you want to check out any more of my Nukes Top 5 reactions, there'll be a playlist right up there. Don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you all on the next video.